The Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission LASIEC was established pursuant to Section 197, subsection 1b of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which states that there shall be established for each state of the Federation the State Independent Electoral Commission, whose composition and power are as set out in the third schedule, Part 2b of the 1999 Constitution. Following this constitutional provision, the Lagos State House of Assembly enacted the LASIEC Law 2008 as amended, which provides for the establishment of the Commission with a chairman and 6 commissioners as members. The chairman is the Chief Executive Officer of the Commission. The permanent secretary, who serves as secretary to the Commission, is also the accounting officer. The pioneer chairman of the Commission is Honorable Justice Christopher Olatunde Segun, whose tenure ended on 21st January 2007. He was succeeded by Honorable Justice Afolabi Abdul Fatai Adeyinka, appointed as chairman of the Commission up till May 2016. Honorable Justice Ayotunde Adeola Phillips, the current chairman of the Commission, was sworn in by His Excellency Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, the Governor of Lagos State, on Wednesday, 29th June 2016, alongside 4 new commissioners. This was followed up by the swearing-in of 2 more commissioners on Monday, 19th June 2017, in fulfillment of the constitutional provision. LASIEC's mission is to conduct free, fair and credible elections and to institutionalize a sustainable electoral process in Lagos State. And its vision is to be recognized for excellence in electoral administration and sustenance of democracy. The headquarters of the Commission is located at number 2 Birrell Avenue, Sabo Yaba, Lagos, with offices in all the 20 local governments and 37 local council development areas in Lagos State. The Commission carries out its functions through its various departments and units. Today, LASIEC operates effectively under the leadership of the chairman, Honorable Justice Ayotunde Phillips, with 6 commissioners. Mr. Lateef Oludare Raji, Chief Mrs. Sekinat Toyin Ibrahim Famakinwa, Dr. Olubumi Omobamidele Omosheyindemi, Mr. Olusegun Fasu Ayedun, Professor Gabriel Olatunde Babawale, Dr. Noah Jinodulawa, and a permanent secretary, Mr. Nuruddin Mabayoje Salami. At the inception of the new administration, the Commission was faced with some challenges that needed immediate attention for it to focus on its primary assignment, which is to conduct free, fair and credible local government elections in Lagos State.
It was very quiet. You're aware that we've not had any local government elections in Lagos State for the past 5-6 years. So nothing was really ready for an election to take place. We had the problem of financing, we have the problem of infrastructure. A lot of the election materials used in the last election were outdated and needed to be replaced. So a proper inventory had to be made of what exactly we needed. And then we came in at the time when the call for the budget for this year had just come out, and we were learning, so we had to start quickly rushing the budget, knowing what exactly to do, what to put in place, because definitely we wanted elections to hold within a year of our being in office. So those were they were purely administrative challenges, and which we've managed to overcome actually.
Also, as part of the efforts of the leadership of the Commission under the current chairman, Honorable Justice Ayotunde Phillips, to improve the working environment of the Commission with a view to enhancing the electoral process at the local government level of Lagos State, the Commission embarked on an inspection and familiarization tour of the offices of electoral officers and storage facilities for ballot boxes in the 20 local governments and 37 local council development areas of the state between 30th December 2016 and early 2017. The tour was indeed illuminating and timely, as it afforded the chairman and the commissioners the opportunity to see the true state of the offices allocated to the electoral officers by the authorities of the councils. Similarly, It also afforded them the opportunity to assess the storage facilities provided for the storage of ballot boxes and ascertain the condition of the ballot boxes in the various councils.
One of the first things I did after my being sworn in, along with the other commissioners, was I personally went to Abuja to meet the chairman of INEC. And he was very cordial, very receptive, and very cooperative. He even said that if we ever needed anything, we shouldn't hesitate to call on them. And whenever we need any information or advice or direction, we ask INEC, who happens to be living in front of us, because our office is right behind INEC. And they've been very, very helpful. They insisted that I come personally to collect the voters' register, the soft copy, which is what I did. And we've uploaded it. It's gone around to all the collation centers.
It should be stressed here that INEC is the only body constitutionally empowered to compile and produce the register of voters, which all the 36 state independent electoral commissions and INEC use for the conduct of their elections. State independent electoral commissions can only advise INEC on the compilation of the register of voters. As part of efforts of the Commission towards the successful conduct of its next elections, scheduled for Saturday, 22nd July 2017, the Commission has since swung into action and printed hard copies of the Register of Voters for the 20 local governments and 37 local council development areas of the state. With the Register of Voters now in its possession, the Commission has crossed one of the major hurdles that had militated against the conduct of elections into the councils by the Commission. Worried by the alarming rate of voter apathy to the electoral process, the Commission entered into an agreement with the Lagos INEC office on the distribution of about 1.4 million voter cards, which were yet to be collected by their owners. The collaboration between the two offices led to the extension of the period for the collection of the cards to 5 Saturdays in all the 245 registration centers of the state. The objective for the collaboration is to enable registered voters who could not collect their PVCs as a result of their busy schedule or other factors to be able to do so that they might not be disenfranchised in the forthcoming elections into the 57 local government and local council development areas. To ensure that the capacity of the chairman, members, management staff and electoral officers of the Commission in electoral administration and management is developed, the Commission organized a 3-day retreat for these categories of its officials at the Golden Tulip Hotel, Festac Town, Lagos, between Wednesday 28th and Friday 30th December 2016. The objective of the retreat was to familiarize the participants with some of the nitty-gritty of the electoral process, particularly at the grassroots level of Lagos State. In its desire to continuously enhance the electoral process at the local government level of the state and make it conform to international best practices, the Commission has sustained and strengthened its partnership with the International Foundation for Electoral System, IFES, a United States-based organization committed to the advancement of democracy and democratic governance and operating in over 100 countries of the world. As part of the capacity building plan of the Commission and IFES recently collaborated to train the chairman, commissioners, permanent secretary, and other senior officials of the Commission on election international best practices. The 5-day training program held at the Renaissance Hotel, GRA Ikeja, Lagos, between 7th and 12th April 2017 was facilitated by a team of senior IFES trainers and officials. This was followed by another 4-day retreat which took place at Southern Sun Hotel, Ikoyi, Lagos, between Wednesday 21st and Saturday 24th June 2017. It is also worthy to note that LASIEC officials were in the USA to experience firsthand the November 2016 elections. As part of its continuous civic education and also as a prelude to the conduct of the next elections, into the local government and local council development areas of the state. The Commission organized 6 stakeholders fora between Tuesday 14th and Tuesday 28th February 2017. The 6 stakeholders fora were held at Ikeja, Yaba, Ikorodu, Ekpe, Badagry, and Lagos Island. The stakeholders fora were intended to sensitize the people on their roles and responsibilities in the electoral process with a view to deepening democracy, remove or reduce voter apathy, and discourage electoral malpractices with the ultimate goal of enhancing the electoral process at the local government level in Lagos State. It is worthy to note that the Commission was able to accomplish the objectives of organizing the fora as participants turned out en masse and actively participated in the fora, and the Commission was able to effectively sensitize the people and also receive important feedback from stakeholders. Driven by the passion to make technology drive the electoral process at the local government level of the state, the Commission embarked on the networking of all the 57 local government and local council development area satellite offices to make information sharing and dissemination between the headquarters and the satellite offices faster, seamless, accurate, and timely. Towards this end, the various local governments and local council development area offices of the Commission have been equipped with modern communication gadgets, which the Commission has deployed to enhance the electoral process at the local government level of Lagos State. The networking process has revolutionized election administration and management at the local government level of the state. To make ICT drive the change process in the election management and administration, the Commission recently redesigned its website to make it more functional and interactive. This is intended to make relevant information easily accessible to stakeholders and the public. When asked if card readers will be used in this election, this is what Honorable Justice Ayotunde Phillips had to say.
We've not been able to use the card reader, but I can guarantee the public that by come the next election in 4 years' time, we're going to be tech ready. And I really hope and pray that before our tenure expires, we'll be able to have people vote by e-voting, if that can be done. Because it's something, technology is something that has come to stay and is very important in the electoral process. So we've done the little bit we can in 1 year. And for the rest, from now on, after the elections, we start preparing for the next elections. And that's when we'll have enough time to put proper technology in place.
On the 14th of April 2017, LASIEC gave the much-awaited notice of election. With this, the timetable was revealed, thereby setting in motion the commencement of full political activities towards the local government elections. In line with LASIEC's commitment to creating an atmosphere for a more participatory democracy at the local government level, the administrative fees for elective offices were reduced substantially on the 19th of May 2017. At a media forum held at LASIEC headquarters in Lagos on the 1st of July 2017, Honorable Justice Ayotunde Phillips assured journalists that the Commission will not rob any candidate of a people-given mandate and give it to another person in the forthcoming July 22nd local government elections in the state.
We do not side with any political party. We ensured that all our electoral officers attended where possible the party primaries. We're doing our duties as is prescribed by law, and that's our position on it. And we don't side with anybody. We're not interested in any intra-party dispute. We don't contribute to any intra-party dispute. That we're siding with anybody is not true, that we're being teleguided by any party. We are independent, and under our watch, this commission will remain independent. All we need to do is to provide free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections to the best of our ability. And that's what we're focused on doing. Well, we've done a lot so far. When we went around the states, or our various stakeholders meetings, like we've done stakeholders meetings right around Lagos State, visited all the major towns, Ekpe, Ikorodu, Badagry, Lagos. We've spoken to the people, traditional rulers, civil society, even the security officers about voter apathy and how to get people to come out to vote. So we've asked them to talk to their people, their children, their relatives, come out and vote.
LASIEC has effectively created awareness for the elections through radio jingles, TV commercials, TV documentaries, posters, billboards, social media, and more to convince Lagosians to actively participate in the July 22 election.
But it's something that is going to take much longer than this tenure. We're going to have to work from the next 4 years onwards and get them people, sensitize the public that you can't complain about who is in office if you don't contribute to choosing the person who you think is the best man for the job.
Recognizing the importance of security in the conduct of elections in Nigeria and the desire of LASIEC to conduct a peaceful election in Lagos State, the Commission embarked on an official visit to the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Mr. Fatai Owoseni, and his team. During the visit, Honorable Justice Ayotunde Phillips sued for collaboration with the police to ensure violent-free local government elections in Lagos State. She informed the police boss that her commission would engage in regular discussions with security agencies in the state on how to ensure peace and security during the electoral process in the local government level. The LASIEC chairman and her team also had a meeting with the Inter-Party Advisory Council (IPAC) on the 2nd of June 2017. During the meeting held by the Commission members with the executive of IPAC at the Commission's Yaba Lagos office, the chairman said she was particularly worried over the growing rate of violence during the conduct of party primaries, as it could negatively impact the elections. She, however, appealed to the executive members to intervene and ensure that party members conduct themselves with maturity during the elections. Also, LASIEC enlisted the support and cooperation of traditional rulers in the state through visits to palaces of monarchs in the state, where it met with monarchs and religious leaders on the need to foster peace amongst their subjects and members. Display of voters' registers was done on Saturday, June 17, while LASIEC held an all-important meeting with electoral officers on July 6. Collection and printing of Register of Voters for Lagos State has also been done. The stage is set for the local government elections in Lagos State. LASIEC has put finishing touches to the preparations in its determination to conduct free, fair and credible local government elections for the state. July 22, 2017 will be Local Government Election Day in Lagos State. Chairmen and councillors of the 20 local government councils and 37 local council development areas will be voted into office to oversee the affairs of their councils until the next election when their tenure expires. LASIEC is calling on all Lagosians to come out in their numbers and be part of this process of choosing who represents them at the local government level.
What I'll say to everybody is that you should trust us. Trust LASIEC to do what it is mandated by law to do, which is to provide the facilities and the logistics and the elements, all that come together to form a free, fair and credible election. Campaign when the time comes for you to campaign vigorously to the people in your various locations or localities for them to come out to vote. Nobody in LASIEC has any interest in who wins this election. It's going to be a free playing ground for everybody to come out and contest their popularity with the electorate. And above all, trust that, no mandate will be taken from one person and given to another. Whoever gets the highest votes will be declared the winner of the election. And assist us by coming out to vote peacefully. Press to pick your candidates, votes, place your ballot paper in the ballot box after you've been accredited, and then leave the polling station and go home and wait for the elections results to be announced. So once we give you the level playing ground, all you can do for us really is vote peacefully and leave, except for the party agents and of course the candidates. So that's what I really am appealing to the electorate to do. Help us to help you deliver free, fair and credible elections in a very peaceful atmosphere. Once that is done, everybody at the end of the day will be satisfied that it's been a good process, a fair process, a clear and transparent process.
It is now left for Lagosians to come out in their numbers to participate in the process that will ensure that the best candidates are voted into office. Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission, LASIEC, delivering free, fair and credible elections in Lagos State.